Why is it that whenever every single race or any kind of race look for Black Americans trouble and Black Americans are trying to match energy, it becomes a problem? It becomes, oh, Black Americans are too aggressive. It becomes, oh, Black Americans love issues. They love quarrel instead of coming together as one. Why is it like that? Why is it that it is when you people look for Black Americans trouble and they are trying to give you back in a double way, you now see it like Black Americans are the troublesome one? Because let it make sense to me that I brought a video here, if you did not check yesterday, where we have this Asian lady calling Black American people dirty. And Black Americans are now matching energies. I'm now seeing Asian content creators coming here, although I have seen some as well that have literally apologized on behalf of that lady. But the one that is now more trending, the one that is now more plenty, is seeing Haitian people doing videos like, oh, Black Americans shouldn't have generalized everybody. They should have just portioned the blame to the lady alone. They should have just faced the lady alone. Oh, Black Americans love issues. Instead of coming together to unite as one, Black Americans love escalating things east, west, north, and south. And I'm like, hello. When this Haitian lady generalized Black Americans as dirty, she did not just point out to the guy in the podcast and be like, you. She made it like a general thing. And now Black Americans are matching energy. It is not a problem to you. This is when a lot of you now realize that even when you people were in school, Black Americans are treating you guys bad. Anyways, you guys should watch this video and let me know your honest thought, especially as a Black American person. Credit belongs to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. And guys, this is just for educational purposes. This is not to come here bash anyone. And I just want you guys to watch and give me your honest thoughts. Let's know who is actually looking for trouble and why Black Americans shouldn't be matching energies. Let's go and watch.
So this Haitian girl got on a podcast and said, dirty Black Americans, being stupid, being ignorant, right? But now I'm looking all over TikTok. I'm just seeing a bunch of videos of Americans literally coming out the woodworks and having a lot to say about Haitians. I saw this video where this girl was like, oh, I used to live in this street called Little Haiti in Miami, and a bunch of Haitians were dirty, so it's crazy that they're calling us dirty. And I'm just like, y'all are literally acting as if the whole community of Haitians came together and said Black Americans are dirty. It was one person that said that. Come for her. Don't come for the whole community of Haitians. The stuff that you guys are saying is really just showing how y'all really feel about Haitians. Y'all are showing your true colors because it's giving, oh my God, I've been thinking this whole time. I can finally say it. Yes. The fact that it only takes one person to say something stupid and now y'all are getting on the internet bashing Haitians like this, tread lightly. Tread lightly. Thank ya. Bisous.
I keep seeing all these videos of Haitian people saying, oh, I don't agree with that Haitian woman, but I also don't agree with Black Americans saying all Haitians are dirty and bringing up what's going on in Haiti and saying that we eat dirt cookies. And I just feel like it works both ways. And when we were young in grade school, y'all used to call us Haitians. Bitch, shut up. It gets to a point. Why do you all expect us to take the high road? This one girl was like, oh, just single her out. Like, just talk only about her. Why I gotta be all Haitian? Why she had to say all Black Americans was dirty? Why does it always have to be, I don't agree with this, but she's wrong, but you're wrong too for responding and reacting? No, we're matching energy. If you disrespect me, I'm going to disrespect you. And what really gets me too, because I know a lot of people talking about my video, because I've heard, oh yeah, and then they're showing the conditions in Haiti and whatever. And y'all know my videos be making its rounds. Bitch, I'm not lying. I could see if I was up here making up lies and showing AI videos and showing AI pictures and pretending like I'm not lying. That's the thing. Like, somebody came on my live stream yesterday like, oh, you're being hateful. You're saying, how? By telling the truth? Y'all love to spew statistics at us, which are skewed. Y'all love to say per capita. Y'all love to talk about the degenerates in our community. But when we do the same and we're literally just telling the truth, y'all say we're being hateful for telling the truth. And now I could see if we was making up stuff or if I was simply just roasting and ranting based off of my emotions, because you know I'm a comedian. But we're telling the truth. Now, if you choose to be offended by that, oh well, check your people and stop trying to double do it and check them while simultaneously checking us for responding to disrespect. Like, no. Bye. Spread love is the Brooklyn way.
I really just don't understand why are we the only ones who are expected to brush off disrespect, calling us dirty and then saying, "Oh, well, that's just her experience." Well, y'all are letting this one girl separate us. Okay, it's always this one thing, as if it wasn't 100 things or 1,000 things that happened before that. Every single time something happens, it's always, oh, it's this one thing. It's just that one thing. When one thing adds up to 100 to 1,000, it adds up. So, and y'all only come at us with this type of energy. Like, I noticed that, like, anytime I see disrespectful videos, I never see anybody in the comment section that is checking the person who is being disrespectful. Unless the only time y'all check a person being disrespectful is if they're Black American. If they're any other group, then it's like, let that shit slide. We cool, we good. Just brush it off. Just shake on it. We good. I don't care if you spit in my face. We still good. We still family. You can do whatever you want. You can say whatever you want because I'm Black American. So, I'm going to be the bigger person because I'm Black American. So you could be as disrespectful as you want to be. And I'm just supposed to be like, we're all one. We're all together. We're all the main character anyways. I'm just going to wipe the spit out of my eye. And I'm still going to smile in your face. That's what y'all expect. That's not going to happen. Sorry. Not going to happen. You come with disrespect. You receive disrespect. You don't get love and respect when you come at somebody disrespectfully. You're not going to get love and respect in return. It just don't work like that, boo-boo.
And for that young lady to go on that podcast and call Black Americans dirty, yeah, no. We don't stand for that. We're not into that. Listen, we are not going to call Black Americans dirty. Like, why would we do that? Like, for one, a lot of us were born here. Just because both of our parents are Haitian descent, we were born here. We're Black. We're American. We were born here. For you to actually open your mouth and agree with the fact that you called them dirty is sickening to me. It's just like the way when I was in high school, the people used to bully me and say certain things about Haitians. You're making it okay for people to say things about Haitians. You're opening up that door for people to talk junk about Haitian. We do not stand with her. She is on her own. I don't know where she got that from. I don't know why she said that on a podcast that went viral. I don't know what's wrong with Shorty. She might have hit her head before she walked up in there. But nah, we ain't sticking with that. I stand with my Black Americans. I love my African Americans. I love my Black people in general because I am a Black, beautiful woman, a Haitian woman at that. I will not stand for that.
And what's really pissing me off is this Haitian woman goes and says those disrespectful ass comments on that platform that she shouldn't have been allowed to speak one more word on. And now that Black Americans are saying things and defending themselves, I'm seeing people in their comment sections talking about we need to all be sticking together. We're brothers and sisters of the diaspora. Don't go low like her. We were mistreated when we came here. I was teased when I was 11 years old. Okay, a lot of us were. A lot of us said ignorant shit when we were children. But now these are grown ass adults coming over here, calling us dirty Black Americans, saying that Black people have no culture, and getting upset that we have issue with the bullshit. And doing all of this in Black History Month. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
And I keep forgetting. The whole point of me making these videos, I keep forgetting. So the point of what I'm trying to make is, do y'all forget when you guys used to bully us? Literally, like the Black Americans in school, right? If y'all had like a Caribbean, like a Jamaican, an African, a Haitian, someone from the islands in your school, how y'all would bully the fuck out of us? So when she said it out loud to y'all faces, y'all didn't like that. But remember growing up, elementary, middle school, high school, maybe even college, y'all would bully the hell out of us. Bully, literally, like tease us because maybe we came to school smelling like food that our mom made the morning of. We wouldn't dress as promiscuous as some of you girls. We would take our education serious. We wasn't as fast as you girls. Maybe our accent was very thick. Our English wasn't the best. But we were really good in school. Remember all of that? So because she said something in y'all faces, y'all didn't like it. But remember how behind closed doors, how y'all were bullies? Bullying us? Because we weren't black Americans, like, come here. We weren't from here like y'all. We came here within some of us. I was born here. But the girls that came to New York or Florida or Massachusetts, y'all would bully the hell out of us because our English wasn't up to par. We didn't have the latest clothes. Maybe some of us didn't. I don't know. But y'all would just bully because we wasn't speaking English like y'all. We didn't dress like y'all. We didn't understand. We didn't have the same, like, ethic, family things like y'all. Remember that? Just straight bullying. Not because she said what she said to y'all in y'all face. What about what y'all were doing to us behind closed doors back in the day? So why is everyone mad? That's my thing I'm trying to understand.
I cannot say I'm surprised by the backlash that the Haitian girl is getting for what she said about black Americans, because, baby, as a person born and raised in the county of Dade, a little Haiti baby, I got many stories and memories and all type of things about Haitians. The main thing I want to address is how y'all trying to sit up here and act like we was just bullying y'all and y'all didn't have no way of protecting yourselves, so y'all had to come together on y'all own, and that's how the Zopound came in, is to protect y'all. Like, all of that is fucking bullshit. I really hate that y'all try to spin this narrative about how y'all came about just because y'all got some jouet, and now y'all trying to act like y'all beginnings ain't y'all beginnings. But I remember being in 4th grade and my 4th grade teacher turning on the local news, and we saw y'all coming off of those boats, being washed up ashore like refugees, and a couple days later, those same kids was in my classroom. I'm not even playing. I'm not even lying. They came straight from the boat through immigration, got settled in, and was in my classroom the next week, not speaking no English, not knowing anything about us, about our culture, about nothing. Things I could tell y'all, like, first of all, yes, Haitians, y'all did stink and y'all did have a smell. Y'all did not use deodorant. Y'all always used to put on so much cologne over being musty that it became a scent. It became a signature scent of yours, right? Because black people, we know how to wash our ass and we understand how to use deodorant. So that's the one thing. Too many people acting like they did not come from where the fuck they came from, okay? The other thing is, none of y'all ever had perms. Perms was not a thing for y'all. Straight hair on a Haitian was not a thing. Y'all would wear your hair in little puffs and your natural hair. Y'all never even used to get perms. A lot of y'all did not like to say that y'all was Haitian. A lot of y'all tried to act like y'all was Bahamian because y'all didn't like the stigma of being Haitian. Yes, we used to get on everybody though. Like calling you an African booty scratcher, that's what we all did. Everybody got ranked on. Anybody could get ranked on back then. So it just is what it is. When a lot of Haitians got here, they was living in houses. A lot of them lived on the same street as my great-grandmother. My great-grandmother lived in Little Haiti since like the late 60s, early 70s, before it was Little Haiti. So she's been on that block longer than any of you motherfuckers has been there. And quiet as kept, a lot of that used to be Spanish even before it was Haitian too. But at the end of the day, it was always a black neighborhood. It was always the black community. If you know anything about Overtown, you understand that Little Haiti is right there. That was all us. But Spanish people moved in, Haitian people moved in, all these other people moved into our neighborhoods because they put y'all in our neighborhoods. They didn't put y'all in their neighborhoods. So a lot of y'all had houses right next to my grandma. The Haitians that had houses and was like really doing it, they looked like the black people back in the 60s. They used to wear those old school suits with them old school ass long dresses. Like, they always looked like they just stepped out of 1965 to me. So it was like they was just cosplaying us, but like decades ago. When I say I have Haitian friends, I've literally grown up with these people. When we talk about Haitians, we're not talking about all fucking Haitians, because even the Haitians that we know understand what the fuck we talking about. Like they say, stereotypes don't come from nowhere, right? You call us dirty black Americans because who calls us dirty black Americans? Okay, so you're saying that because somebody told you that. I'm not saying nothing that nobody told me. I'm saying straight from experience. A lot of them from my elementary school, I've had to fight, and I've also had to save a lot of motherfuckers from getting their ass beat and from getting bullied. And that was one thing about me. I never played that shit because I ain't grew up in the best situations in the best neighborhoods, so I resonated with Haitians a lot. And a lot of the times, my teachers would pair me with Haitians just to get them acclimated into, you know, the school system and into the community. So I've witnessed a lot of things. Like, motherfuckers used to just sit there and eat fucking paper. Like, they just used to tear the paper off and just start chewing on it. And I had to tell them, like, no, that's weird. Like, you don't do that. So when you're doing weird things like that, but then getting mad because you're getting bullied, that shit don't fly over here. Y'all get bullied by your own fucking people from the shit that y'all was doing coming over here. Okay, we all walked home from school together. We all fought together. We fought each other. It just was what it was back then. Like, kids are fucking brutal that way. And they lived on the same block as me, but at the same time, their houses was never furnished. They didn't have, you get what I'm saying? They used to throw food out on the street. They used to throw shit out on the street, having cats and fucking dogs coming around and eating everything off the road. Like, it was disgusting. And at the same time, that's how a lot of those stereotypes come. Like I said, if you're gonna be throwing food and shit out in the street and have all these fucking cats and shit coming around, all these strays coming around, that shit is nasty. And we've seen some things in our neighborhoods of a lot of people taking them fucking cats. Okay, because shit got real at sometimes. It is what it is. Again, this is not something that somebody told me that they saw. This is what I saw with my own 4 eyes. Okay, because I'm always wearing glasses and I'm always on the lookout. Speaking of such, let's talk about how as young girls walking home from school, how many nasty ass perverted Haitian men would sit in their car and off in their car as we're walking home from school. We'll just be going down the road and just look in a car and this man is butt naked in his front seat off. Tell me I'm lying. Disgusting. Perverted way, stare at you like they're undressing you with their eyes, like they're disgusting. It makes your blood boil. I be wanting to knock one of their ass out. I'm not even playing. It gets like that. Like, they're disgusting people. And a lot of the times I never respect the Haitian men because of the shit that I've seen as a child. A lot of Haitian men do not respect their mothers. They do not respect women. That's why a lot of them, when they get older, everything is about their mom. Everything is about their mom. Everything is about giving back to their mom. Their mom held them down because they used to literally beat the shit out of their own mama. They used to literally abuse their own mama, never listen to their own mama, did whatever they wanted to do. They was wild ass niggas out here. So that whole old Zopound thing, no, y'all niggas came over here wild. Let's really talk about it. Because before that Jouet started hitting, y'all were the primitive ones over here, okay? And going back to my grandmother was living there since like the late 60s, early 70s. She always had that house with her husband. When we got out of school, my friends from elementary school or middle school, we used to walk right down to my grandma's house and chill at my grandma's house after school. All of my friends was always invited. My grandma always cooked for us, always had food for us. She was that grandma in the neighborhood. And every time I would invite these Haitian kids over to my grandmother's house, they were always amazed. Always mind fucking blown at how my grandmother was living. I mean, I can even tell you, when my grandma used to come to my middle school, those Haitians used to be so surprised that that was actually my grandmother. They'll be like, oh my gosh, is that your grandma? They will go ask her, are you really so-and-so's grandmother? Are you really her grandmother? Like, they didn't believe that my grandmother was so beautiful, so well put together. They didn't understand that because I grew up rough, but my grandmother she was that girl, and they understood that. And when I would invite someone up to my house, they understood the difference between our culture and their culture. Understand? So it was never like, oh, well, we was able to come over here and get ahead. No, y'all was able to start frauding to get ahead. And that's another thing. See, black people crime was things like writing bad checks, putting the light bill in their kid's name, robbing Peter to pay Paul, little petty shit like that. That's what we were known for. Y'all came over here and started doing real fraud. Y'all started frauding the goddamn government on a large scale, and that's how y'all got ahead. Fraud. That's how a lot of y'all immigrants get ahead, is through fraud. And then you look down on people because, oh, you don't take advantage of this and that. Y'all would not be where y'all was without it.
There's a video on social media where a lady claimed being Haitian, called Black American Dirty. That created a lot of outrage in the Black American community. So we want investigation. Okay, that lady need to clarify what she said, or we need a full investigation. We have to track that lady to find out who she exactly is, because I don't think somebody can just go somewhere and say something like that. The only thing that I heard is when somebody asked her, where you from? She said, why? Are you Black American? That's the moment. That's what she said. Sometimes they're trying to attack the Asian people, okay? But not me. Not me. Nobody never attacked me. I don't allow that. You can try a little bit, but I stop you immediately. And you cannot talk shit about Haiti too. But there was no attack against Haitian people. I don't know why she said that. The only thing I can tell you before you keep talking about Haitian or Haiti this, Haiti that, but because Haiti not governed by itself since 1915. It is governing by USA. Okay, that's why it is like this. If somebody just come like talking bad about another community, you don't have to attack the whole Haitian people. That's what I can tell you. We need investigation. That lady need to come to say why did she say that, and she also need to prove that she's Haitian. Okay, we don't claim that lady.
So anyways, I'm just coming back from doing a few errands this morning, and I was on my way home, but I was thinking about the post that I made yesterday concerning the young lady and her comments about Black Americans. And I found it so interesting that my page is like fairly small. I don't have like this huge great big following. It has grown, but I don't have a huge great big following. But I had my like first experience with like someone that didn't agree with something that I had said, and so I was just kind of thinking about that all last night. I was just kind of like, dang, I hate to say the wrong thing to people. I always come on here and I be like, well, I don't want to offend nobody. But I realized when I was sitting there laying in the bed last night, like, everybody's not gonna agree with you, which of course seems common sense until it happens. And then I was just kind of like, but some people just got that spirit of argument. They just got an argumentative spirit. And I've learned over these past couple of months to be careful where you put your energy. So I just wanted this to be a reminder, your daily reminder, to be conscientious of where you place your energy. Because everything and every time somebody open their mouth to go rise up against you, you don't have to respond or rebuttal. And I learned that in my travels last night. But I just wanted to, point that out, because I was just like, dang, some people do just like sowing seeds of discord. It's crazy. Or they'll just, it's not necessarily that they come at you in a place to where it's like, oh, it's an outright argument, but it's like with the intention of provoking. And I don't know. I just found that interesting, because I personally don't have time for that. I think that's kind of weird. But, crazy things have been done. So I just thought that was really interesting. But anywho, I stand firm on what I said in my video. I don't appreciate being disparaged. I don't appreciate the commentary that oftentimes many Black Americans face. And I really would like for that to be rectified. And I don't think that we are the aggressors in that situation. I'm not saying we are perfect, but as a whole, I don't think that we set out to harm anybody or hurt anyone's feelings or disparage anybody. So I stand firm in that. And I think that there's something definitely that needs to be done about it, because collectively, we are a collective unit. We are seen the same way wherever we are. You don't go anywhere like, oh yeah, I'm such and such, and they say, oh okay, yeah, we'll be nice to you. No, they see dark skin, they treat you accordingly. So I think as a whole, we definitely need to rectify that. But until that happens, I'm 10 toes down with it. So I think we definitely that needs to be managed. But anyway, I hope y'all having a great Saturday. Me and my daughter are about to chill a little bit, and yeah, enjoy your day.
Okay, y'all, so we back in this thing because now I done ended up making it over the Haitian top, right? And they done said your girl lying. So I came to speak up for Florida, right? As a Floridian, okay? Because Florida was specifically called out, right? In they victim story, okay? Or what happened. Because, Floridians was bullying us in Florida. They was doing this in Florida. They was doing that. So now I'm telling y'all the history of what happened between Haitians and Black Americans in Florida when we were kids. Now, I done already told y'all that they was musty and dusty and crusty and stuff, right? And I done already told y'all how they was wearing mismatched clothes and stuff like that. They had a goddamn ball gown on, and then somebody decided to put a blazer around the ball gown. Mind you, this is in 90-degree fucking weather and shit, so their ass was hot, and they was sweating, and they was motherfucking funky and shit, okay? But let's get into it further. Okay. Now the reason I believe that they was mismatched, because I never understood why the hell they was mismatched like that. But now that more things have come out since adulthood, okay, I believe that their parents did not dress them well because they were trying to prevent them assimilating into Black American culture. I believe that their parents intentionally had them dressed up like motherfucking Goodwill cases. Okay? Their parents had them dressed up like who the fuck did it and why. Because if they dressed nice in the fashion trends and styles that we had currently at the time, their parents had considered that to be too American. They considered that to be Americanized. Okay. So this is an absolute truth, baby. They used to put 2 inches of hair in a motherfucking big ass fucking bowl. Like, how the fuck did you? And so, mind you, their follicles was barely fucking hanging on. Their follicles was barely fucking hanging on because their mama tried to scoop that shit together, baby. They look like the Cynthia doll off Rugrats. Mind you, another thing that they had going on because their parents wasn't taking care of their heads is they had ringworm real bad. I mean, whole half of their motherfucking head, fucking ringworm. I kid you not. Ringworm, right? Because they want to say what we was teasing them about. What was we bullying them for, right? That's why. They had motherfucking ringworms and shit. Okay? Real bad, real bad. They also had bed bugs. And they gonna sit up here and lie. There's nothing for y'all to lie about. We witnessed it out. We witnessed it out. We seen it out. Okay? So I believe that sometime around high school, because they said, oh, Haitians came up. Haitians finally, had that turn and had that switch. Yeah, because that's because y'all was no longer under y'all parents' roofs and y'all could finally wear clothes that made sense. Y'all could finally dress the way that y'all wanted to dress. Y'all could finally do y'all hair the way that y'all wanted to do y'all hair. This is why I have said consistently while we're having this conversation that Black Americans was not their biggest op. Nobody else was their biggest op. They mamas was their biggest op because that's the truth. They mamas was the ones intentionally out here doing them dirty because they were trying to separate and differentiate them from Black Americans. Their biggest fucking fear was for their children to be mistaken as a Black American person. Right? That was they, mind you, Haitians would never ever get mistaken as a Black American person, and we all know why. But that was their biggest fucking fear. They thought the clothes would have made them blend in. That lets you know the level of delusion that they were. That's to let you know the level of delulu that they were. But that's what they thought. Right? That's what they thought. So their parents really went out of their fucking way. Out of their way. I'm telling you, out of their fucking way to establish a marker of them being Haitian. So they were trying to avoid anything and everything that would assimilate them into Black American culture. That's why their clothes was mismatched and fucked up. And that's why they was musty as hell. Because everybody know Black Americans ain't gonna walk around musty like that. Okay? Everybody know that shit. I said, damn, y'all so busy trying to differentiate that you and not fucking with Black Americans that y'all decided y'all wasn't gonna fuck with deodorant either. Okay? Y'all wasn't gonna fuck with a little Summer's Eve because you don't want to get mistaken as a Black American. Okay? Because why did your armpits and your coochie have to suffer? And why did we have to suffer through smelling this? Because y'all wanted everybody to know on sight that y'all was Haitian. Please make it make sense. And another thing they run around here lying about. They lying saying that it was us who was being violent and shit towards them. No, it wasn't. It was the Jamaicans. The Jamaicans don't bring y'all regular frog right head asses in here because you can get it too. When we was kids, I don't know what the beef was between Jamaica and Haiti. I don't know what the fuck that shit was about. I think it was some shit that they brought from their homeland. I still don't know what the basis of the beef was. Okay? But they was fucking beefing. And I'm going to tell you what. I told you, I ain't never seen this level of unity. Mind you, Florida has all the various different Black diasporic groups there. I ain't never seen the type of unity that these fake motherfuckers got on this goddamn app. I never seen that shit growing up. I never seen that shit growing up at all. But Black Americans are the people who make everybody come together because it seems like the only time you motherfuckers come together is to sit up here and bother Black Americans. Because I ain't never seen that shit. I ain't never seen that shit in my life. You used to go in Florida, right? In Orlando, that's where I'm from. They had streets. They have whole sides of town that this was little Haiti, this was little Jamaica, this was DR, this was Puerto Rico, this was Mexico, this was like they had everybody sides of town, little Saigon, little Hong Kong, Chinatown. Like you had whole sides of towns. These people really did not fuck with each other like that coming up. But now they want to act like they was all one. They was all together and they get up on this app every single day and phone and kick it with each other. Because that's actually the fucking truth. But that's Black Americans, baby. We could not create Pan-Africanism that included us amongst everybody, but somehow we have united. We've seen unity from the African continent because they all came together to fuck with Black Americans. We've seen unity. We seen a whole damn exhibition of CARICOM because they sat up here wanted to fuck with Black Americans. We seen everybody come together just because they want to fuck with Black Americans. They couldn't come together for themselves, but they can come together to bother fucking Black Americans, though. Okay, have a good day.
Anyways, welcome back, guys, and that is all I got for this video. And you know, the problem I have with other race is the fact that they are permitted to say anything to Black Americans. They are permitted to generalize Black Americans as one. They are permitted to say any kind of slur words to Black Americans, but once Black Americans are matching the energy, it becomes a problem. Once Black Americans are matching the energy, it becomes a thing of, oh, we don't agree with what she said, we disagree with her, we're not in support with her, but Black Americans shouldn't have generalized every single one of us in Haiti. Black Americans should have just faced the lady specifically. Let's break it down. They were in a podcast, right? This lady just walked in dressed like a Black American woman. To be honest, if not because she said she's Haitian, I wouldn't have even known that that lady is actually a Haitian woman. Honestly, right? Walk into the podcast and then the guy sitting there asked a question. Oh, where are you from? And it's like she have this trauma, she have this stereotype, she have this madness when it comes to Americans asking her where she is from. Do you get? And the next thing is, Haiti, where are you from? Dirty Black Americans. She generalized when she said, she did not say you on the podcast, she generalized every single one of Black Americans. That was clear. That was heard. Even when they were trying to correct her, she was like, yeah, I said it. I said what I said. I said what I said. I said what I said. And now, Black Americans now decide, okay, since you said we are dirty, let's try our possible best to match the energy, go into research to bring out some things that is in Haiti. Let's see who is more dirty. Let's see who is more what you're calling us. Haitians are angry. It is now that Asian people remember that, oh, in elementary school, just like this particular lady, this one, on a red wig.
I keep forgetting. So the point of what I'm trying to make is,
it is now that she remembered that when she was in elementary school, Black Americans like calling them, oh, you're from... Okay, why do you even not want Black Americans to say you are from Haitian or you are from Haiti? Why? That is where you are from. I don't see any big deal there. If you're strongly proud, yes, you are an American right now, but you will trace back your root to Haiti. Because Black Americans are Americans. They're tracing back their roots to being an American. So, and you want Black Americans to specifically call the lady, oh, only you we are dealing with. Why she generalize every single person? You people should try and do better. You people should try and do better. In my years of doing content creating, I have literally not sat down one day to see Black Americans starting up issues. I don't know. If you've seen, let me know, so that you don't say I'm judgmental. I'm just being supportive to Black Americans. If you've seen any video that Black Americans started the issue, let me know, because I have not seen. I have not seen. The only one I see where Black Americans talk back is when you look for their trouble. You people are the one that will tell them they don't have culture. You people are the one that will tell them they don't have where to go. You people are the one that will tell them that they're a product of one night stand. You people are the one that they will tell them that they are lazy, they live on your taxes, blah, blah, blah. They are eating free, EBT stamp, and the rest of that. You people are still the one that will call them dirty and expect them to keep quiet. Recall that even last 2 weeks, I did a particular video where another Haiti woman was telling Black American on a podcast as well that she don't do Black Americans. They've not even started a conversation. And she said she don't do Black Americans. They said, oh, why don't you do Black Americans? She said, because they don't have culture. I don't deal with people that don't have culture. I don't deal with people that don't do anything with culture. And nobody advised her. Nobody came for her. Now Black Americans are matching energy is a problem to you. Now they are matching energy, you want to see their faults. Now they are matching energy, you now realize that Black Americans need to humble themselves. Black Americans need to be milky. Black Americans need to be this and that. So Black Americans are just the ones that are supposed to be taking the blame. Black Americans are the ones that are supposed to be taking everything, swallow it, sweep it under the rug as if nothing literally happened. You classify Black Americans, so Black Americans are definitely going to classify Haiti. And if you check very well with all the research that have been happening, honestly, that Haitian woman do not even have any right to call Black Americans dirty, because at the end of the day, their people has a lot to deal with when it comes to this dirty aspect. I was even thinking my country was not really organized until I started seeing videos about Haiti, and I'd be like, oh my God, mine is even better. Mine is even better. So before you remove what is in someone's eye, try your possible best to remove what is in your own eyes. Try and check your own eyes if everything is okay before you try removing what is in someone's eye. That is just the principle. If you come for Black Americans, they will definitely come for you. If you do video about them, they will do video about you. If you speak ill about them, they will speak ill about you. If you come to their whole community, they will come to your whole community. If it is a one person, they will come as one person. It's just the matching energy for me. I do not support any form of violence, but some things needed to be treated. It's as simple as that. Thank God nobody encounter physical violence or combat. But you do the video and we are replying you. It's that simple. It should not be what you should be angry about. So Haitians getting angry, I really think that is a lot of that is being childish. It's not even supposed to. You are not even supposed to even take your camera, film a video and say anything. The only thing you are supposed to be doing right now is to apologize, because a lot of you are enjoying America. A lot of you are enjoying the sweats and the suffering that Black American puts in for you to be able to come to America. A lot of you are getting something to your country today because Black Americans pave way for you to be there. It's not that difficult for you to understand. Respect is reciprocal. You respect me, I will respect you. You disrespect me, don't expect me to respect you. I'm going to disrespect you. It's as simple as ABCD. Let's match the energy. Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Credits belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please do subscribe, like this video, drop me your comments, and lastly, do not forget to share. And for disclaimers, we do not support any form of violence here. And credits belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. And I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing my videos, dropping super thanks, joining my membership, supporting this channel in one way or the other. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And thank you so much for staying stick and hook with me to the end of this video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. And with no further ado, like I always say in my videos, I'm going to say bye and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys. Mwah.